Hello everyone, how are you? Very short intro this week, we're just going to crack on with it. So without any further ado, here's Ross and me finally finishing off all the welding. Let's put you guys up there. Everything's recording. Okay. We said, okay. Okay.
Different?
No, but when I put it up, because there's a gap up here,
Yeah.
and when I just tried it over there, there was a gap here.
Oh.
So, and I was just putting two and swapping them over just to see.
Yeah, see if they're any different.
Like, see what I mean? Ah, that one. I'll just hold them on the other. Just wondering why we got a. You would have figured that it would have been the same, like.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit like, what's going on?
So which one is the odd one out then? The one at the very end?
Seemingly, so we got two where we got a gap here now. So I'm just gonna. Not that one, Rich.
No. On there. That's 3 with a gap.
3. The flange is interfering with that.
Yeah. It would be here, wouldn't it? The top bracket that we haven't got.
Yeah, but I
Rather
was
than
just,
that,
I mean, because they're all offset the same.
Yeah.
So that if we were to cut
Yeah.
these off, not that we have to, but like if one was to,
Yeah.
you would see it probably follows the same.
Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a little bit like, well, what do we do? What do we trust? You know?
Yeah. Well, they're all consistent apart from the first one then, it's different, isn't it?
I'll check the other side of
Yeah.
bay number 4 and see. So bay number 4, it's just got a different vibe going on.
Yeah. I don't know why.
So I guess what we need to do is set it to that one up here.
Yeah. Start there
And then come along here and
Be
do.
aware that this may be different on me.
Well, I'm not quite sure where,
No, I don't know
how
how
to go from there.
Would it be because this is slightly different to that end? And so with the string lines, I don't know. I'm not seeing how that's.
Well, I mean, yes, you're right. Like, but because we're setting it to this.
Yeah.
But
So
the string
that
lines
tag
should
is
all
that.
be the same.
Yeah. Is the string line? Did the string line start off slightly lower, higher?
Well,
Yeah.
no, that's why we added our.
Yeah,
We
'cause you
measured off
measured
the
from up
back.
there, so it's.
So that's why I'm a little bit like,
Yeah.
what's going on, blood?
I don't understand that at all. That makes
Erp.
no sense.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, moving on from it, let's just go up the other end. We'll take.
I mean, if we put the angles on and we're all horizontal and we're all the same off of our
And it's level.
reference point, and it's level, then
yeah,
it's got to be right.
We don't
innit?
need to fret really. Like I think
No.
there's adjustment there, isn't there? Do a bit of slow-mo, making you look good. I mean, you know, even better than usual.
That's the speed I move at.
It is now the plate,
The plate,
just
yeah.
there, yeah.
Lift a bit of the plate off.
Yeah. What do you want to do? Do you want to hold him?
Lay it down on its back and just put your foot on it and I'll zap along there.
Cool.
Second World War armour, I think that is.
It's tough, isn't it?
Tough as you like. Right, so that's now slot over there, that's touching there. Touching nothing.
Well, hold it to there. It's a tricky thing, isn't it? This?
Yeah.
A tricky old thing.
I think they're fairly, these two are fairly consistent, so the curves are consistent, aren't they?
Yeah. Look, this is still, I mean, it's touching there, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's
you
just
know.
touching, isn't it?
Like,
It's touching top and bottom, but
Yeah.
they're consistently bowed in the middle, aren't we?
Yeah. So,
should we just do the same thing off the bottom, measure? Oh, we haven't got one there, have we?
we need to put one in here. So, we need to kind of like, it's okay. We just need to put a stake in the ground and go, this is where it's going to go.
Yeah.
So I think that we should put it, like, clean that up, tack it onto there.
Yeah.
And then we will
project it
transfer it like across onto there.
You've got to start somewhere, and that's the place to start, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Even if I can go and get a bit of angle, we can tack it. I can clamp it, and we can level it and do all that.
Yes, that might be the easiest way.
Yeah. All right.
Lovely. Want to cover the line or either line?
Well, let's measure it from there.
Okay.
And see what we've won. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Stick that there. 2610. 2610. Yeah.
Okay. So
And then
that's got to be right, isn't it?
And then from here, 449, and that looks good to me. All right.
Okay, I can tack it on. We can then check it again, can't we?
Yeah, we can.
And then we have to find some way of transferring that measurement onto the.
Well, why don't we just get a little bit of steel here and a bit of steel here, and put it in the centre. So, a piece of steel like that, piece of steel like that, a jig, and then.
Okay,
and then you slap it on and find it each time,
Yeah.
or I don't know, you know, yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be a way of doing that, and then make it repeatable. Yeah.
Yeah, but is the floor perfect? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
But we do know that from the front face of here, they are all good to each other. So maybe we should use that as a reference.
down a bit, aren't you?
Oh, you think? Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not there.
Hold up there, boss. Shaking the bush, boss.
Not sure it wants to go. Right. Whoa! That didn't go well.
Okay.
That didn't go well at all.
There's one.
I'll try and stand this one up a bit. Oh, mate.
Just do it the same. You can't hurt this one. This is mega welded on, so just throw it.
Okay.
The same thing will happen, and it'll be...
It's coming.
Well, that will happen. Right.
Slightly different thing happened.
Something happened. Timber.
Well, that was an experience, wasn't it?
It was definitely something that happened today. Dear diary, Ross threw lots of steel at me. He's very sad and angry today.
Well, we frightened your neighbour off anyway. Neighbour's buggered off. This is all getting a bit leery. Like, no, I'm
Okay.
going to take me higher digger and go.
I'm ready if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. That's about as far as I can go for some reason. Oh yeah, there's a weld on the back of the...
Right.
That's it.
Bear with me.
Yeah.
You just need to undo this clamp to
Oh,
let
okay,
it all
yeah.
come down. All right.
Yeah.
So it's going to drop, I imagine. So we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. And now it's just a little bit slightly proud at the top.
Okay. That's sitting on there now. So that's level now, is it?
Yeah.
So if it's touching the jig,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Okay, I'm happy if you're happy.
Oh, bizarre. Right.
No, that's okay, because
Yeah.
that's just a random clip that thing that we put in there. So that's
Yeah.
all good. Like, that's,
Should we tack him on there then?
yeah. It's a Monday afternoon. I've had a few bits and bobs to do this morning, but I'm here to do some work for the afternoon. And as you can see behind me, we're nearly here. Ross isn't here, unfortunately, for today and most of the week. He's got probably one more day left, and as you can see, I'm just going to turn the camera. We just need to remove these old cornières and put new ones in, like we have done on all of these. So this afternoon, I'm going to cut these ones away. You can see Ross has already welded the brackets on, so they're ready to accept the new ones. Again, we are adding more to make the distance between them only 600 millimeters. So if I ever need to walk on the roof, then structurally it's far, far better than having them spaced 1.2 meters apart. So yes, so we are getting there. When he is finished, the following Monday, I'll turn the camera back around. The following Monday, my good friend Peter, Piotr, is coming from Poland, and he's going to come and give me a hand for 8, maybe 9 weeks, maybe even 10, I'm not sure. That's going to allow us to really, really accelerate what we're doing here. The first thing we will do is we will put OSB sheets all the way down from the ridge all the way down to the eaves level here. And then we're going to get a vapor control layer and put that on top of that. And then we're going to get something that's quite unusual. We're going to get some brackets, some 200 millimeter deep brackets. And we're going to fit a series of them all the way down through wherever they will go on here. And that's going to allow us to then hold some timber up above. I'm going to walk down here and show you the jig that we've made. So yeah, brackets, 2 of them together facing each other, so there'll be a U shape like that, and then we'll get some timber that runs all the way through, and we're going to bolt that timber to those brackets, and those brackets in turn are going to be bolted down through the OSB, down through the cornière here, and that's going to allow us to basically sort out a little mistake that I made. It was quite a big mistake. Let me run you through it all. Here, the roof sheets were going to sit on top of here, and then we were going to spray foam insulation down onto there. So by using rock wool, it's less performant in terms of its thickness. So you would have to go considerably deeper to get the same sort of performance. So then I came up with the system that I've just described with you, with having the brackets on top and essentially kind of putting all the insulation on top and putting OSB on this. So that was all good, very happy, moving along. And then it suddenly dawned on me, hang on a minute, if you're increasing the height, then you're also increasing the overall length of the roof sheet. So then I talked to the builders merchants and said, look, would it be possible to actually kind of increase the length? And they came back to me almost straight away and said, unfortunately not, order's been made and it can't be changed. So then we decided to take our jig, and we held, the top part was the one that we formed already, the curve that relates to the number 1 tube all the way up this end here. So then we took that top piece and we held it up until we had the right correct amount of depth, and then we installed another piece of metal and welded that in. So what we are left with is this. At that point there, that's where the roof sheet will start. It will go all the way up to, make sure I get this right, up to this point here. So it's actually a little bit short, as you can see, and everything's gone up as well. So the roof sheets that we had here also couldn't be changed, but it's not going to be the end of the world. We can use some of them in their original kind of format, and we've ordered another set of longer roof panels for here. So the insulated roof panel will still be able to use with the insulation in it and stuff like that, and the longer ones will go up there. And the short panels that are superfluous or no longer needed, we're going to cut into half, and then we're going to lay them from the ridge to here, something like that. So what in effect we will do is we will have one seam in the roof, which I'm not particularly happy about, but I have made my peace with. And ultimately, it's just one of those things. Like, obviously you change specification during a build and you deal with these sort of ramifications. Yeah, this is the problem when you are trying to think of everything without plans. There are no plans here. There are plans, they're in my head. I end up writing out a lot of little technical detail drawings for myself, just to allow myself to go to sleep every night. Otherwise it all kind of swirls around in my head. Anyway, the sun has just come out and it looks like the clouds all gone. So this afternoon is going to be absolutely glorious, which is brilliant. And yeah, better get on with it. The rest of the week is just basically clearing up all around, getting rid of all the rubbish. This place has turned into a teenage bedroom, basically. So yeah, it's definitely time to get everything clean and tidy. We're about to get a very, very large delivery of lots and lots of different materials, insulation, timber, like, well, the roof sheets, all sorts of things. So all of this space over here behind the digger, I've been waiting for the weather to be good, which it has been. We haven't had any rain for a few days, so those big piles of dirt I can level. Ross is taking all of the wood that's underneath here away, which is brilliant, so we don't have to deal with that. So yeah, so hopefully by the end of this week, all of those piles will be gone. All that rubbish pile there, which is all the metal and stuff like that. We've got somebody coming to take that away. Yeah, we are hopefully going to be able to get to a point where I can take down that final section of scaffolding and get the main delivery lorry to come in and reverse in and place like all of the different materials all over there. So we've got lots of space to maneuver, and we're not all kind of like bound up with everything on top of each other, because that could be a right pain in the backside. Anyway, right, that's lots to get on with. As always, I've spoken for far too long. So yeah, I'm going to get on with it, and I will talk to you later on. Oh, like and subscribe, please. It really does help us out. that's it for this week. Not too bad, eh? That was the end of Ross's work. As I told you last week, we actually lost the footage of me having a chat with him and saying thank you, but I can tell you this, Ross will return. You will have a chance to see and hear what he thinks about what happened back in February. Next week is just a little bit of tidying up, and then Mighty Petey arrives, and yeah, then we get really cracking on that roof. Lots and lots and lots of progress has been had. I can see it. It's just over there. I'm not going to show you guys. You'll have to keep on watching to see what it looks like right now. But suffice to say, I've got quite a large smile on my face right now. Things are progressing well. Anyway, enough from me. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.